Welcome to S&G. If you've already subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, consider it. And you may ask yourself, if you're doing this for fun and not for money, why do you ask people to subscribe? And I think that's a good question. The only thing that gives us joy is answering some of your comments, learning, fixing these bikes for less money. It's a sickness. You get into this sickness and you start picking up older bikes, and you've got to learn how to wrench on them. You've got to save some money. So that's what this channel is all about. And I get a kick out of all the people that watch. My fat bastard buddy Jones and I are going to have a party once we hit 1,000 people, and we're just blown away. That's cool. That's cool stuff. Like I said, we do it for fun. We're not trying to make any money. We don't have the time to put in it to make any money on this. People invest lots of time on this, and you can see the people who invest the time, and you can see that we don't. So subscribing to us is nothing but makes it joyful for us. So that's the only reason we ask. So I don't do, as you can talk to my buddies, I don't do anything for the most part on a whim. My brain doesn't work like that. So I am doing something totally on a whim right here. You know how you dig into something and then all of a sudden it turns into something else? Well, it's happening. And I decided I'm not going to go hog wild. I'd normally, I invest hours in repainting an engine, probably take it out of the bike type deal, tear it apart. Not going to do that. This thing has lower miles. I'm throwing a cam in it, cam bearing. This is my 91. And the engine looks so bad. It's just flaked and pitted. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to paint this thing in like 5 minutes. So don't tell my buddy Jones. He's a painter, and he'll make fun of my tape job. But I threw some tape on here, and I am going to prime and paint and do this thing in like 15 minutes. And I'll show you what I have going on. It's something else. When I do something spur of the moment, it's typically spur of the moment. All right, now let's not make fun of me here, okay? I came in, I want to paint. My starter was gone. Back up in here was gone. All these fins were gone. Oil pump gone. That's all I'm going to do. Just a quick hit on this side. Worry about the other side at a later date because I want to put this all back together and write it before the end of the season. So first things first, I got a bunch of brushes. I've got some alcohol, a little spray can of alcohol somewhere right there. And you can use brake cleaner or whatever you want to watch. You don't want to mess up your paint, but this was pretty bad anyhow. I wiped the whole thing down with alcohol. I brushed it. I blew it with high pressure air. I got all the paint chips off I could. And I taped off just what I didn't want to spray to hit. Other than that, I picked up some primer, some flat primer. So I went ahead and now primed it. Before I primed it, I took a heat gun. And I warmed all the metal up real nice so that paint would adhere the best it can. Again, this is going to be a 15, 20 minute, hour paint job. I might let it dry, the primer, but I'm putting wrinkle paint right here, Wrinkle Plus over top of the flat primer. And I'm going to put 2-3 coats of that, heat it up, let it wrinkle all up, and we'll see if it looks any better than the other side. And this is how this side looked. You can see how that baby looks. Inner primary, pretty rough. She's an old girl. But I'm going to spruce her up in quick order, fast order. So, Jones, what do you think about that? All right, this side is all brushed down. Paint's been blown off with high pressure air, wiped down with brake fluid, some cleaning fluid, some propylene glycol, or no, that's rubbing alcohol. Don't use propylene glycol. Don't do it. All right, quick brush job, quick tape job, quick paint job. Again, I'm trying to get this done. I'm kind of timing. I'm trying to get this done in under an hour. All right, it is time for wrinkle paint. Got everything all primed up. I'm pushing an hour about right now, so maybe this is going to be a 2-hour paint job. Hee-hee! Okay, she's painted. She's painted. Hopefully it'll wrinkle up on me. It's not wrinkling yet. I think it takes a little bit. And I got this other side. Back in here, here in the jugs. That's all I'm going to do. I am setting it about, I don't know, 245 maybe, pushing 250, 2 hours and 50 minutes to do this. Granted, my push rod tubes were off, which made it a lot easier. But we'll be back. Well, here's where we're at. First of all, don't listen to anything I say. Because I said two things that were completely wrong. I said I wipe stuff down with brake fluid. Don't do it. Brake fluid's not good for paint. It's not good for anything except brakes. And inside, master cylinders and tubing and stuff like that. So do not use brake fluid. I was talking, sometimes I talk, my brain doesn't catch up. So it's brake cleaner. Is what I used. That number one. The second thing I caught that I said was I was at 2 hours and 50 minutes. I wasn't at 2 hours and 50 minutes. I was at an hour and 50 minutes. Right now I'm done as far as I'm going to take it. I'm going to have another probably half an hour to 45 minutes etching out the fins once it dries. I'll take some sandpaper and I'm going to go over the outside ridge of each fin to make it silver again and not have a solid black engine. So that's the deal. So I'm right around 2 hours right now. 2:10, 2 hours, 2:10 something. I'm doing the best I can to count the time. I'm doing other things too, so as I'm leaving, of course, I have dry time and stuff like that. I'm saying the amount of time work, prepping the engine, doing it, like I said, quick job, etc. I'm going to flip around, I'm going to show you what I've got going on, and we're going to finish up this video. All right, this is this side. You can see you know what, for a 2-hour paint job, and I went over a couple places in here, so it's not dry yet and crinkled, but that's not bad. I am going to, like each one of these ridges here, I'm going to make silver, and I'm going to sand those down. The other side, I mean, there's the starter. I just hit it in here again, you know, but overall, you know what I mean, for a crinkle paint job, not too bad. So I will, I'll show it to you when it's all done. But that is it. That is it for the crinkle paint job. So, hey, if you have time, punch that monkey in the throat, pat that poodle bug, stomp on that bell, whatever you're supposed to do. Enjoy your evening. If you're ride them, wrench them, but only if you want to. Peace.